custom exhausts and all that. I don't want to spend $2,000 on a performance exhaust. Today, it's a very nice sunny day. After a while, not windy. Dominated by Hilux, obviously Ranger. I should also add that Jeep is the only vehicle where both of your hands need. And I can tell you, this vehicle is not made from stock. One comes with the remote. That's gonna cost you around $3,300 excluding Jeep. I can feel a little bit of grunt, obviously. Good morning YouTube, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining us back again. Today it's gonna be a very short video. If you have a JT or a JL and if you want a bit of more nice sound coming out of your exhaust, bit of exhaust sound, that's what I'm gonna try doing today. I'm just taking the JT to a shop where they do custom exhausts and all that. I don't want to spend $2,000 on a performance exhaust. Today I'm just gonna do a Resonator delete. Hopefully we'll get a bit of better sound out of it. As you can see at the moment the engine is on and it's okay, but it's not what I want to feel. Let me just do a bit of revs and then you can see. It's not bad because it's a V6 petrol obviously, but let's try getting. I was a bit nervous because as soon as I have the engine, something starts leaking. Oh my god. But that's fresh water because a few days back I washed the car, polished the car. It looks great. So it's definitely not any kind of oil. Just move the car and check again anyway. But that's pretty much water, I reckon. Let's get the car out and see. It's a very nice sunny day. After a while, not windy, looks good. I hate getting my car out and it's raining. Alright, so as I said, it's a V6 petrol engine. I used to have a Mustang, so I just want to have a bit of more grunt while I accelerate the Jeep. That will be nice, and I think it will also give me a bit of more horsepower. I'm not expecting big numbers, but any kind of power gains are always welcome. So let's see what happens. Obviously we are in Australia, in Melbourne. We don't have a very big huge Jeep culture here. Down under is pretty much dominated by Hilux, obviously Ranger and other kind of utes. There are plenty of utes. The ute market is pretty much exploding at this time. A lot of Chinese utes are also coming, but I would say Jeep is a Jeep. So I always used to question the reliability of Jeeps. Obviously there are always problems. Touch wood, I have not had any problems yet. So looking forward to have great adventures because the summers are coming. I'm planning a few trips all over Victoria, so hopefully you will stay tuned to have a experience. Or if you have a JT or if you like these kind of videos, please do follow us. That will help me, that will motivate me. I know it's a great tool where I can show my feelings, where I can show my experiences. The people who do the same thing, I think everyone knows already what I'm talking about. So if you are in Melbourne West and you want to go out for off-roading, or you have any plan, or if you're a club, please add me in. I would love to join you guys and do all sort of adventures all together. While we are young, reach the shop and let's see what they do and how much difference it's gonna make to the Jeep. We will do a sound check and I will see if it also makes a bit of extra horsepower. Not going to dyno, just by driving it you will pretty much feel it. So if you have a bit of power gain. I should also add that Jeep is the only vehicle where both of your hands needs to be on the steerings all the time. You can drive with one hand, it's safe when you have both hands on the wheel. I'm a person whose one hand is always on the gear stick. That's my habit from day one, but the Jeep has changed my habit. Now pretty much both my hands are always on the wheel because this car can go to the left anytime. Well, that's a Jeep thing. I know there are a lot of ways to fix it. You can install a steering stabilizer and all that. Keep spending money, that's what Jeep needs. It's on the list, but not yet. Already too much money spent on this thing. So I'll wait for it. Love the radio, love the comfort level the Jeep offers in this spec. The sitting posture is so good. I have a pillow thing there. It's I'm more relaxed while I'm driving this vehicle than in a Highlander or in a Skoda or in a Mercedes. I don't know, I feel much better. My stance is much better. I can see the road well. Big windows, don't make much noise. A lot of people say, oh, the cabin noise is horrible. No, it's not. Well, if you don't like that kind of stuff, then don't go for Jeeps. But look at that, my roof is not insulated. A lot of people do a lot of carpeting and all that. I don't want to do it. I'm very excited. The summers are coming. I'm gonna take the roof off and I'm gonna experience the whole Jeep thing. So far I'm loving the Jeep experience. I have not expressed any kind of expressions regarding Jeep from the time I have bought it, and I have made 1 or 2 videos on that. But it's also pleasing to see a lot of discussions on every kind of issue in the Jeep, because people love Jeeps, man, seriously. I don't do wave stuff. I never do that. I never seen too many Jeeps and GTs on the road in Melbourne. Not many. On weekends, tracks like this thing dominates. Also want to mention that when I previously went to State Park, I did a bit of off-roading, and I can tell you, this vehicle is not made from stock, from the showroom, to driven on the roads. It is typically made to driven in the bush on hard trails. When I changed the gearing to low range and my diffs were, I didn't even lock the diffs, to be very honest. My sway bar was disconnected. Oh my god, this vehicle was like pretty much, it's a crawl vehicle. It can crawl obviously, but it was on a different level. So loved the whole experience, and from that day I'm pretty much in love with Jeep. You don't have to do any effort unless you're doing crazy type of stuff on the trails. It's a different thing, but never use my recovery gear. It gives you so much confidence when you're going on the trails and you have such a beast, you're sitting in a beast, and you're not gonna get stuck. And even if you get stuck, you have so many things in it, you can easily get out of all those kind of situations. And yeah, obviously it's a head turner wherever you go. And if you have a bloody stingray color, which is at the moment, it's so sunny, it's just, people just look at you. People don't look at Range Rovers because those are very common machines. Though I don't want attention, but just saying, people love looking at these crawling toys. So pretty good, very happy. Slowly, obviously, everyone just keeps on making changes to the car. My plan is for future, I'm gonna buy a trailer for camping and stuff. I want my bed to be completely empty, though I like my fishbone cage, one of the best, strong, solid. But I don't want any kind of camping gear like rooftop tents that on my car. And the car's appearance change, the stance, the looks of the car, the aggression that goes down, right? And these cars are pretty much all about looks, the capability and all that. So if you put too much rubbish on the car, like rooftop tents, recovery gears all around, I don't know, some people just got jerry cans, gas bottles, that's not me. So I think that's my future plan. I might buy a small trailer, a pod, and I'm gonna install all kind of camping shit on it. Because to be very honest, how many times we do camping? Maybe 5, 6, 7, 10 times in a year. And just because of that, you're keeping all that stuff on in your car. Your fuel goes, it uses more fuel, uses more tires, the whole thing feels the trauma. So that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna camp a trailer. Already have a tow hitch. So whenever you want to camp, just connect your camper, go for camping. That's what I'm gonna do, so that I can drive my car whenever I want without thinking about that I have so much rubbish at the back of the car. And if I want to carry something, I can carry it easily. Now my fridge light is there, the stuff is there, so it is a bit of a issue as well. And the second thing, whenever you go to wherever you go to shopping and all that, people look at you like, shit, are you a camper or something? So, and there is a lot more chances your things get stolen if your back is not secured, your tray is not secured, I should say, because it's all open. And if I have my battery at the back, someone can steal it. I don't know, the fridge can get stolen. There's all sort of stuff happening in Melbourne these days. So It's a peace of mind that your tray is empty. There's nothing there. When you need it, it's there for you. Put stuff in it and go. Recently serviced this thing after 6,000 kilometers. Serviced at home. Don't want to take this to service centers. No, it's doing fine. The service hardly was done in half an hour. Change the air filter, change the oil filter, and change the oil. It works fine, no dramas at all. I don't want to do too many things to the car as well. So, alright, we are pretty much 4 minutes away. Let's go and get this thing done. And then I will share my experience with you guys. Maybe if it makes a difference, you guys can also get this thing done. This thing can be done at home as well. If you have the tools, if you're a welder and all that, do it at home. But I don't have that much stuff and I don't feel comfortable while cutting things, especially cutting metals and all that. I already get too many cuts. So stay tuned. I'll show you my experience, how I feel about after getting that resonator delete. Stay tuned. So I came to this shop, Extreme Exhausts in Sunshine. They're quite good. So they pretty much told me it's not gonna make much difference. And if I go for twin exhaust, that will make a difference, and it's gonna cost $2,100. I'm not ready for that at the moment, so let's take a risk. Let's spend some money and see if that makes a difference and how much of a difference it's gonna make, and then I'll keep you guys posted. They look quite good. So they told me to get a twin exhaust done. I've seen some videos on Instagram as well. But let's see how much of a difference it's gonna make by deleting the resonator. It's a small job. Then we'll see, we might go for a full exhaust twin. Obviously that's gonna make a huge difference. But let's see. And she's gone inside. Alright, so I got the resonator delete. I can feel the difference. It's a bit thicker. It sounds a little better. I would say only 5% better. If you're expecting to be huge difference, not gonna happen with Jeep engines. That guy was very honest. He pretty much told me that I don't expect huge results. To get good results, so if you guys can hear it, not bad. There is a difference. I can feel it, and they were quite honest. They clearly told me that it's gonna be pretty much 5% difference, and feel it. It's only 5%. So I would say if you wanna get your JT done properly, go for catback. That's what I'm gonna do. In catback, there are a few options. One come with the remote. That's gonna cost you around $3,300, excluding GST. But if you go for without remote, which you can't control, if it's gonna be loud, so you can't do anything about it. That is somewhere around $2,100. I think that's where I am thinking to go for it, but be very careful. It is illegal. It's gonna be very loud. In case cops pull you over, if they do the sound check, it's gonna definitely go above 96 dB. 96 dB is a joke. It's gonna be way louder than that. So I don't know, what do you want? But I might go for it because this is not my regular car, but I want it to be nice and loud. So I might go for a full catback, and the time it takes to get a catback done is pretty much, they said 2 days, because they pretty much designed the whole system, and it's gonna be a stainless steel design, and there will be a warranty for 1 year as well. A lot of people have done it. I will share the link of these Extreme Exhaust guys in the description. Go to their Instagram account. It's not sponsored obviously, but have a look. They have few Wranglers and JTs got done with catback. They sound pretty good, but they do a lot of exhaust systems for other cars as well. But the car of this size, it costs a bit more compared to the small cars. Even if you have my Skoda, I was just talking to the guy. I said, if I want to get my Skoda done with full catback, how much it's gonna cost? He goes $800, somewhere around $800 to $900. Resonator delete, he goes, it makes those Japanese cars or even European cars like Skoda and Volkswagen and all that, they do sound better if you get a resonator delete. Obviously if you go full catback, that's gonna be a next big thing. But I think if you have a small car, just get a resonator delete. I used to have lenses. I think 2-3 lenses I have changed. Those cars do make a difference if you get a delete in those cars. So far this is it from me. I will, when I reach home, I will just do another sound check, and then I will put a clip in the end to show how it was sounding before and how it's sounding after. You can make the call. You can see the difference. That was the whole idea, to make a video so that if you are planning to do that, how much difference it's gonna make. Rather, do not waste those 180. It cost me 180 bucks. Do not waste $180 on get these small things done, which hardly gonna make a difference of 5%. So you go for a full catback, and if you go with full catback, it's also gonna make the performance a bit better as well. With this, I can feel a little bit of grunt. Obviously, the whole that stuff is gone now from there. I don't know. To me, I think I will go for full catback very soon. So stay tuned. If you're into Jeeps, if you're into especially into Gladiators, stay tuned. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff to the car, and keep sharing. If you have something to say, if you have better idea, if you are a shop owner or whoever you are, I'm looking for a catback. Currently, I have a quote of $2,000 to get it done. If you can do it better, if you can give me a better product, I might come to you and get it done. Let's go home, and then I will pretty much record a video on the sound check, and after that I'll see you in the next video. It's not bad because it's a V6 petrol, obviously.